out in 2012, which was in February, and after the Seder, we as a community planted them. One of the pictures of them is like this giant, I think it's 72 little holes in this tray, and we put one in each thing. And a lot of them actually germinated, but I think they were maybe 4 or 5 years old when they started to blossom. And I've since learned that not all blossoms are fertile blossoms, that they can produce sterile blossoms as well.
Interesting.
They do self-pollinate, so it's,
really?
Yeah, so they don't have to be outside and have bees or get dusted and all that stuff. I just thought as soon as we saw flowers, we would see fruit, like it was an automatic. Then we started getting a couple here and there, and they would look like tiny little cornichons or gherkins, and they would get about maybe an inch long, and then they would drop off, which I guess is also common, that they're very floriferous and they'll lay a lot of fruit and drop a fair amount of it. So that wasn't unexpected. It's just when you only have 7 instead of an orchard full of them, it was, like it felt very precious. Right before we went into lockdown, the tree that has the fruit on it started sprouting them, and then I had no idea if they made it or didn't make it. So when they finally came, where it was warm enough to bring them out and I could care for them again, it was so exciting to see that there were 2 fruits. Vertical farming for melons and stuff, that you could use pantyhose to support them. And so that's how we came up with this idea.
Ew.
Well, and if you do this, they smell really good.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they're very lemony smelling. And that's one of the things I think that it was really, the fruit was prized for more than its flavor, was its fragrance. And people would carry it in their pocket or, on their person.
I don't know, Laura. I love the idea that these were just kind of germinating and working their way and growing while we were all at home and not around. There's something really beautiful.
Yeah, on their own,
Yeah.
left alone.
Continuing.
Somewhere southwest China, and then I think the first place they traveled was to India, and they were used in Ayurvedic medicine a lot, and they still are today. And the story seems to be that I think it was Cyrus, but a Persian emperor, would build these outposts in all the lands that were part of the empire, and he would have these palaces in these outposts for when he would go to visit, and they would have these paradise gardens. And the etrog was really prized, and so it would be one of the centerpiece plants in these gardens. And one of those paradise gardens was in Ramat Rahel, which is near Jerusalem, and they think that's how it got introduced to Israel. So it was an important, it became this important symbol beyond just Sukkot, like it was something, that you were conscious of all year round. I know some people keep them and let them dry out. There's such a thick pith and so little juice, and then a bunch of seeds, that it doesn't rot, it just dries out the way, clove orange would. I know you can make like a lemonade-y kind of a beverage. There's things sweetened because they're bitter.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, I'm happy to.